versus 2, and one of those 2 is Robin and his fellow teammate. But still, we are going live. Pistol round, we're going to be seeing, let's take a look at the nades. Forces of armor and a smoke and flash and a P250 on Jacob. I mentioned that Jacob likes to go heavy towards B, and already they are going 3 towards apps. 1 player towards mid. This could be trying to hold that player towards window while the players push B. Yeah,
it's going to be a nice aggressive push into B. I said Connor perhaps is going to be that one who's going to try and take on apps from the T side, but Robin's going to get taken down by Jacob, so that's a nice early frag, and now they can pick and choose. Do they want to go B side, or they want to go A side? B is smoked off, so they're going to move towards A, but T-Sac gets a frag onto Windansky. Can't find another, though, as Reason comes from behind. So much on Batham on CT here. Can he hit any of these pistol shots? He's having to back off, and Keita's going to come through the backstop. Can he find anyone here? He's just going to have to back off ever so slightly. So a very dangerous angle for him to try and push through. Sliggy also gets caught out coming through connector, so well and truly in control now for Imperial, and a lot to do for Fish.
Fish123 caught off guard there by the fake thrown towards B. Still, the round is still live. 4 versus 1 now as Keita is alone after Batham falls. Nice round there from Connor. Finds 2 headshots there of the Glock to secure that one round lead. We saw the same on Overpass, right? They won the pistol. They won the first pistol. After that, they got reset. They can't let this round slip. Fish123, they need this one, though. They are forcing to this. Question is, who saves? Robin saves. Is Robin going to be AWPing towards mid? He was mid on the pistol round. The question is, right? If Sliggy... Okay, so in the pistol, we had T-Sac and Batham playing A. Robin was mid, Keita and Sliggy towards B. This changes everything. And
I wonder if that's the change-up of not having Cinder. If they've just had to move to
maybe
try
Batham's like, I don't want to play B, I want to play A.
Yeah, that's the thing when you've got, well, 6 or 7 players in your squad, it can just mix up, it can get a little bit confusing. You do have people who prefer to play certain sites. So they've had to just maneuver their way around a little bit, and it looks like, at the moment, gone into Imperial's favour. They've got the early round, and now they've got the money to work with, and I like what you touched on as well. Robin obviously saving for that AWP, which is an interesting decision. Robin is obviously fantastic with any weapon, but you wouldn't necessarily have him as the main AWPer in this squad.
He actually got dropped the season and actually bought armor after the HUD faded away, so I didn't actually see that. So no AWP on the first round of the CT side. They're very confident, into this round. Imperial playing very slow and steady, how they should. They don't want to give any openings to the CT side. They want to play nice and slow. Bleed out any utility that the CTs have, maybe a flashbang, but they might flash peek ramp or something like that. Only 2 flashbangs left. Smokes come in, the execute comes in towards mid. They're going to go for a fast B split here. This is typically their meta right now. Yeah, and a chance for Batham. Can he hit any shots? Can't find anything with the Deagle, has to back off. Robin is an underpass, so they will hear him running through, but he's going to get caught out. Doesn't die just yet, though. And Sliggy now trying to find anything he can as well, but Boaster gets the frag. So much on Keita. Will he have trigger patience? He does have trigger patience, but Reason comes in and takes him out. Now it's a 3v4 as T-Sac does find one, but if Batham actually gets one as well, so now it's 3 versus 2, but Windansky shuts him down. It's just T-Sac left on his own in kitchen with the Deagle. It's going to be extremely difficult. Definitely doable though, but Reason will shut anything down coming through from T-Sac. So a nice round from Imperial. They bided their time and they waited ever so slightly. Saw if Fish were going to push and get aggressive, but they had control of mid. I think Na'Vi really changed the meta on your anti-ecos, right? Typically, we saw players, you'd go towards mid, take control of mid, and then go for an A-split. The problem is, when you go for the A-split, once you have mid, you're going through connector. That is not a place you want to be when you're versus pistols. They could be stairs, they could be jungle, they can be anywhere on the A-bomb. So there's so many nooks and crannies on A, sandwich, ninja, firebox, default, under balcony. So what Na'Vi did was, every single round, it seems like they go towards that B-bomb site, and then teams start copying. They're like, wow, Na'Vi never lose anti-ecos. They always go for the B-split. And when you think about it, there's far less angles for the players to be on B. And a big thing is that middle player usually rotates towards connector. Once he falls back, he goes connector, stairs, or goes towards, plays the A bomb site. It's very rarely he rotates towards B. And I think that's why they do it, to try and catch, 2 players at B instead of going for 3 players at A. Yeah, definitely smart plays coming out from Imperial, and they need to have those smart plays, to be honest, if they're going to get back into this 2-game series and try and get a draw. A draw would really hurt Fish123's chances of making finals, as Boaster gets the opening frag onto T-Sac. And now they've got a chance here to push into the site, to be honest. They can either wait, see if anyone from Fish is going to continue to overextend, as Batham will find one of his own onto Jacob, as Jacob just walks in willy-nilly and gets taken down. Boaster will get the response frag, though, and now he's got smokes to work with. And they've split up here. It looks like the bomb is going to be rotating through T, though, back to A, and they're going to go for an A site take instead. Yep, instead of going towards B, they found openings towards connector. They knew that the A bomb site was weak, and they have exploited it. Keita now trying to make it 2 deaths on the side of the T side, trying to take 2 guns out of their hands. Problem for him, P2000, not exactly what you want at that close range. Much rather have a P250 one-shot headshot, but still. 3-0, the first buy round coming to play now, and no AWP on the CT side. Will we be seeing aggression? As I mentioned before, an overpass, when you don't have an AWP, you like to play aggressive, play for information so you can stack those rifles where the T's are hitting. Do they go for a push towards Palace? Do they go for a push towards mid? Or do they play passive and try and play more towards connect with the rifles and contain them in mid?
Yeah, Fish now with their, obviously their first buy round with a chance to get back into this game. If Imperial take this one, it's going to be difficult for Fish, but you can see the Molotovs coming out early into connector just to try and ward anyone off, and they've got a slight mid control. Is Robin going to be able to spot anyone out there, as I believe he's going to be smoked off?
He will indeed, but no problem for him. He's going to hide left side window. He's going to wait for that smoke to fade and then peek when they're not expecting it. Just listening now. He hears the steps towards short. Keita's flashed as well. Will they rotate towards B? The bomb is slowly heading towards B apps. It's looking like a slow B split hit from Imperial, but they still have 1 minute 15 on the clock, so they're going to hold. They want the CTs to push for information, try and get an easy frag here. You see, you got that player, Boaster, I believe, holding towards T-spawn. He wants one of these CT players to push into his crosshair, find that kill, and cause panic on the CT side. But still, they're playing very, very calm. And actually, these rifles towards B could be detrimental, but you can see cold feet here for Imperial. Actually, as I say, the bomb is still heading towards B.
Is these situations where you do start to second guess yourself.
Yep.
Just the slightest noise can scare you. You can back off and change your mind, but just under 40 seconds left now. They are heavily committed. You can see utility coming out onto this B site, so it is going to be a B take, and it's going to be a question of how well Fish can hold it when they have got the M4s now, as Keita gets smoked off, has to push onto the site, as they are going to just jump straight past him. Keita can't find anything. If he pushes through, can he find a lot here? This could be such a huge position. Finds two, finds a third as well. Looks for more, instead he backs off through the smoke, and Jacob picks it up. Slinky tries to do what he can, but gets taken down by Windansky. And now we're in a 2v2. No one's covering the bomb. T-Sac picks that one up, and now it's just Windansky left with just such little health. It's going to be so hard for him. He's been tagged down to 22 by that late grenade, and obviously no time remaining for him. Just wants to try and survive with his life. And he will get that frag. No one to contest him. He's going to survive with it, but I mean, talk me through. What on earth?
The T signal they were going B so early. I mean, what, 30 seconds before that the smokes come in, the rotations come in, you have to be expecting, with 10 seconds left in the round, those players are going to be playing close kitchen, or they're going to be playing towards Rattlesnake, that right pillar. And what happens when Dansky towards truck, he expected the push to come towards door, he didn't know the CT player was already out, and that's what caused the bomb plant to go down. 10 seconds left, round over. Fish123 with the rifles, they didn't overface mid. That was what the question I had was, are they going to contain the T's in mid and let the bomb, sorry, not the bomb, the clock wind down, play slow, and then make plays off of that?
That's the thing, Imperial didn't really force out much utility from Fish early on in the round either. They just kind of hedged their bets towards B site, and well, it just played into Fish's hands, and they smoked off short as well, and it was just such an opportunity coming through from Fish. I think it was believed it was T-Sac, was it? It was waiting in short. Keita, sorry, he was waiting on short, and just such a prime position for him. As now you can see Imperial, they are pushing down short, and Keita, once again, can he come through with a backstab? No one's heard him, he finds the opening, looks for the second onto Jacob, which he does, and he's just doing so much damage on short at the moment. Just Boaster and Windansky left. Robin's also on the site. This is going to be extremely difficult for them to do anything, even get the bomb down, to be honest, as Robin has such a prime position. And this should be easy pickings. If they work together, Fish here, they should be able to close out this round with ease, as Boaster is just hiding on bench, trying to do anything, to be honest, trying to suss out just the slightest bit of information, as Windansky eventually is going to get brave and push out. He is going to push out into Robin, though, and Keita was watching his back as well. He gets shot by his teammate, but that's not going to matter because he's going to finish things off onto Boaster.
I mentioned the early aggression from the CT side, trying to probe for information when you haven't got the AWP to make the big plays in the mid-round. T-Sac and Bathim, they pushed A ramp, they had information, that caused Robin to rotate in, and you saw the difference Robin had there, because they thought the two players B were already on site. They did not anticipate Keita to be in window room, because that player Robin, they thought that was Keita, they thought that was the second player B. They didn't anticipate the flank to come behind them, and Keita again with another multi-frag, securing Fish123 the round, and forcing Imperial into a weird buy. Tech9, 2 flashes, Deagle and a smoke, and then two AKs, and then Galil. The problem with this is, what can you do, right? Once you have the bomb site, sorry, if you're on the A site and the Deagles and Tech9s are playing towards default, playing towards triple boxes, and it's the long range duels towards connector, short, and jungle, they're heavily disadvantaged. You want the rifles to be playing towards Tetris, playing towards ramp, trying to take the long range duels with the player CT. The problem again is the nades are so low on Imperial. Once they actually get the bomb site and the smokes go down, holding off the CTs, they're not going to have any utility to hold them off. The retake's going to be so easy.
And it's this is the point that I was talking about earlier for Imperial. This is the frustration spot. You've tried 2 takes onto B, they haven't worked, and now you can see they're changing their mind, and they're going to go for an A, it would seem. And with the bomb just edging its way ever closer, and perhaps that's going to play into the hands of Fish123. Obviously, Keita has been the man of the moment. He's made a big impact in both of the previous rounds, so perhaps if they push onto the A site, they might have more success. The splashes are now going to come through. They're definitely letting them know that they are going to be pushing there accordingly, and Botham now is just hiding here, seeing if he can find anyone coming out, and Robin gets the opening onto Windansky as well, so already they're down to 4. Reasons might be able to find someone, he does. That's going to be good stuff from him in jungle. But now Boaster just pushing out. T-Sac in a great position, obviously. Here's the bomb going down, but he's not even going to do anything because they've gone for a crazy plan as Robin finds him. Reason gets a second onto T-Sac. It is a 2 versus 3, but what was that plant?
So, they have control of jungle. The problem is they do not have control of connector. They wanted to plant for Reason. Actually, the bomb does go down. I thought they had no time left. Boaster does find that kill onto Robin. It's a 1 versus 2. Has no kit as well, but has a smoke. The problem is the bomb is planted for Reason there towards connector. And finally, the round unfolds in the way that Imperial initially thought it would. Smoke comes out. He can't tap the bomb, so there's no sound cue. There's no reason for Imperial to peek this. And at this point, this might be a safe hit for Keita unless he can find a miraculous kill out in the middle of nowhere. The problem is, taps the bomb. No way.
He's just going to hold this one. Is he going to get caught out? Eventually, Boaster comes through and finds the frag. I thought it was going to be one of those situations where he was constantly whiffing.
Yep.
But that is going to be a 4th round on the board for Imperial.
So, Reason has control of jungle. He kills Sliggy rotating in. They did not expect the T-player to be that far pushed up already. Once Reason has control of jungle, he calls plant for me, plant for mid. The problem is that smoke was a second too late, and that caused an easy kill for the bomb planter to fall. And then following from that, somehow miraculously Reason and his fellow teammates managed to conjure up some sort of a round. I don't know how. It fell to a 2 versus 2 in that situation with only 3 seconds left. The bomb just got planted. But still, into this current round robin there with the AWP going towards mid, answering my question. Yes, he's AWPing this game, someone else, but it seems like he can still deliver.
Jacob going down, so Imperial find themselves behind in the man advantage once again, and they managed to work with it last round, sorry, and can they do more of the same as they're just edging up middle here. Connor, such an impactful entry fragger that we saw last week. Can he do more of the same? Does put out T-Sac. T-Sac gets a nade and will tag down Connor ever so slightly. It looks like they're going to hedge their bets towards B instead, though, as Windansky's trying to find anything on Van, but no one's playing ball just yet. As that bomb is all the way back towards the T site, so... And it looks like they're going to bide their time, and they're going to wait and hope they can catch a couple of Fish players off guard.
Yep, they're still waiting for the CTs to push unnecessarily. They want to find an opening for themselves. The problem is Robin's AWP has made it a 5 versus 4 and a 1-man lead for Fish123. There's currently no reason for the CTs to push and peek, but actually somehow Robin has a 6th sense and actually expects it, sees the shoulder, shoots, whiffs, and that means it's an easy kill there, an easy headshot for Reason. Doesn't quite get the second. A fast trade frag there for T-Sac will make a massive difference and the chance of Imperial winning this round.
Yeah, Imperial are just going to get aggressive. And I thought they were going to push onto B site. Yes, they will, but then walk into the deagle of Sliggy. Absolutely disgusting stuff coming out from him. And suddenly this looks very, well, tough.
You're not cold,
Imperial. No, and then this is just Boaster left on his own now. He was caught out in Palace. Now he's going to try and rotate round, but he's facing off against 3 members of Fish. Perhaps we shouldn't have gone for the bomb plant, but I suppose when you've just got such little time left, you have to try and do something. So,
I spoke about the role that Robin plays for what Fish123 is, that solo lurk, solo site player, trying to probe information and entries for his team, right? Boaster plays that same role. The problem is time, right? There's 20 seconds on the clock and you're still not with your team. You're meant to cause an opening and cause something for your team 20 seconds earlier than that. It's, you know, the mid-round is when you want your impact as that isolated and alone player. The problem is he couldn't get much work done. The multiple smokes towards Palace, you saw he was caged in there. And as soon as Robin found that first kill, the T side from Imperial just fell apart, fell flat. They played so scared. They were terrified of the AWP from Robin. They thought it would rotate. And you can see what difference it makes. And already now T-Sac playing for information will get his head ripped off of by Reason. 1-man lead, but Sliggy trades it back to a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, and these deagle shots just so impactful. And Imperial did slightly buy up around the AK of Boaster. So a lot riding on this man's shoulders to see if he can get any entry frags. You can see the utility there for Jacob as well to work with if they want to go for this A-site push. So perhaps they're going to go for some sort of fake, try and get any sort of rotation coming around from Fish123. But you mentioned that before the game even started. They're not going to fall for any fakes.
No. These guys, when they have the advantage, you know, typically 4 versus 4, you're favoring the Ts, but still, in the head, they have the advantage, right? They know where the Ts are. They know they're caged in towards mid. The flash comes in. Robin's trying to make it a 4 versus 3. Problem is, though, he's getting support from Keita. No one's watching short. Sprays down one. Does he get the multi-frag again? Yes, he does. It's a 2 versus 3. One-man lead already for Fish123. 40 seconds left. Can they somehow bring this back again, Imperial?
Yeah, they've managed to find their way onto the site, but then Batham will take down Jacob, and that is going to be the bomb. He should just find Boaster as well. Boaster does get the trade, actually, so it's a 1 versus 2. Does have control of the bomb as well. This is definitely doable, but he needs to be careful walking around this corner. Is he just going to walk into the shots of Keita? Finds him, tries to get the spray down through the box, and suddenly it's a 1-on-1. But he's only got 25 seconds to work with, so he needs to make a move and decide what he's going to do. Is he going to go for the frags? Is he going to try and get the bomb down? Sliggy in such a great positioning connector. Is he going to be watching that angle, or is Boaster going to be able to push on and get this bomb down?
He thinks Sliggy still has the AWP. That's why he's so scared. Crosses, actually times it. Sliggy gets taken down. The 1 versus 1 goes in favor of Boaster. Again, these rounds, I mean, the right play was made, but it wasn't executed correctly. They knew they needed to take control of CT. The reason being was they were going to plant triple, plant for CT. They wanted to set up Boaster to be CT. I think it was Reason, plants the bomb. Reason dies, and in 1 versus 2, Boaster wins at the bomb planted for him. Problem was, Reason runs, you know, a bit far ahead of Boaster. Trade doesn't happen, but somehow, someway, Boaster wins that 1 versus 3. Sliggy whiffs the AWP shot, and at that point, I mean, I thought Boaster, you know, messed it up because the AWP shot whiffed. The problem was he stood still. He got scared. He didn't actually take the initiative to go straight to the bomb site and allowed Sliggy to readjust. But still, Sliggy gets caught off guard there. Didn't anticipate Boaster to still be towards CT. But again, on this round, we've got Smoke Say. Let's see if they can pull this one off.
Yeah, Jacob just fully blind here, tries to shoot naked, but now we're going to see Batham pushing in with a Swag 7, picks up that weapon as a reward. Jacob gets a kill onto T-Sack as well, so now this is a really good position for Batham in Palace. He needs to just survive, wait perhaps for the bomb to go down. Keita's caught out on CT, tries to tag anyone through smoke. It's still alive at the moment. Can he see Windansky in sandwich? If he can get this frag, it would be absolutely huge. Tries to tag down Connor. Connor is going to notice him. That's 2 players at CT. As you see, Robin now picks up one onto Jacob as well, so it's a 3v3, and Batham has so much to do, and he finds Windansky as he pops out of Palace, and now Imperial are just looking everywhere, and Reason is the last hope of defense. Can he keep this round alive, as there's so much? Robin just edging ever closely. They lined up for him, but Robin does find the frag, and Robin is always that man you've got to look to. He's the one who makes those clutch plays, and he is going to keep Fish into this game, and it's a round that they shouldn't have won, but just great plays coming out from the Fish players.
The Swedish star secures that one. 4-3 in favor of Imperial. Still, it's only 1-man advantage, but the money on the side of the T's is in dire situations. 3K, 2K, 2K. Probably going to go for the quasi-buy. Tech 9 armor, maybe a flash and a smoke. Could go for a fast B play. They know that Robin is opening towards mid. You could smoke off top mid, flash, and try go for a fast connector play, because you know connector's weak if the AWP is towards window. Then again, Fish123, they might be playing retake. If they play retake, then going connector could end very badly for you. I believe there should be a tactical pause. I see no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think confirmation is that it is a tactical pause. I mean, and what will you be saying? Okay, you're in Imperial's side. 5 rounds on the board, they're doing fairly well, but that's going to be a frustrating one for them. Like, what do you say after that round, do you think?
The question is, how much utility can they get? If you don't have enough for any nades at all, the best bet is go for potentially a fast B play with 1 flashbang. The problem is then, obviously, if the right setup on the CT side, you could just get more down completely. If you have enough for a smoke and a flash, you could do the top mid smoke, flash over mid, try and flash and hold that AWPer off, get fast up connector, and swarm A. That's actually very effective versus an AWPer in window. Then again, you know, I don't know what utility they're going to have.
It's definitely going to be a tough one, but it's looking better from Imperial. In comparison to Overpass, I mean, Overpass was, well, let's be honest, it was awful. However, now they're getting into Mirage, but it seems like every time we think they're going to take that lead, Fish123 just come through and Robin pulls that out.
So you say that Imperial are playing better, right? The thing is, they're playing better individually. It's always these individual plays that pull them through sloppy mistakes. That round where they planted for mid when they didn't actually have control of connector, that's a massive mistake. Somehow Boaster pulls through a massive round there. And then the following round again, it was Boaster with the 1 versus 3. He shouldn't be winning those rounds. There's a sloppy rounds being given up by Fish123, which isn't what you expect. I mean, look at those multi-kills. He did it multiple times. 1 in mid, 2 towards B short. Definitely the MVP so far for the CT side. That is Keita. Typically an AWPer as well, so very impressive that he can be so strong with the rifle. Very, very versatile player, very intelligent player as well, as he's always behind people, it seems.
And did Imperial put themselves in that situation? Because they smoked that position. Keita was stood on short, and they actually smoked him off. And he found himself amidst the smoke, and they just walked past him. I mean, was that their own fault? Was that a poor smoke coming out from them? Was it a miss smoke, or is that something that you usually see teams smoking off?
You usually see teams smoking that off when they're on a low buy, because you smoke off that portion of short, and that blocks vision from the player that's playing far back short. So if you've got an AWP or a rifle and you're holding that angle towards apps, it's very easy to spread on multiple players. That smoke comes in and it blocks off the vision. It forces him to go to the left side where he's much, much closer. A lot better for you to trade frag with a Tech 9. Problem is, to be completely honest with you, I've never seen that smoke play like that before. The way he was inside the smoke, allowed the T's to jump through it, jump past him, shoot them in the back. I think that's just, he's just simply outplayed them, played very, very smart, kept his cool as well, doesn't panic face, doesn't panic flash in the smoke, which a lot more inexperienced players would do. Instead, keeps his calm, keeps his nerves, and outplays Imperial when they're trying to outplay him. But still, utility-wise, smoke 2 flashes. What can you do with this? This could be a smoke on the middle of the bomb site, and from there, actually that ding towards CT could be quite prevalent going into the following round, going into the further portions of the round, but still, the smoke is used, and I'm not quite too sure where it was used.
I went somewhere, but Reason gets a great frag onto Robin. Is that going to be the opportunity for them to get aggressive onto this site? They don't have the bomb, though, so someone is going to have to go back for that if they are going to push onto this site. They need to find one more frag, though. You can see Batham just hiding there on Ninja. Will Jacob spot him out there as he pushes onto the site? Batham is going to be caught out. He's going to be tagged down to half HP as well, and Boaster comes in to save the day. And now that's just 3 members of Fish left here. And Imperial somehow making this work. Can Connor find anyone in jungle? Is he going to catch T-Sac off guard? No, T-Sac just jumps through the window on time and manages to jump onto short as well. Keita here in CT has got a lot to work with. T-Sac getting a frag, but Connor finds another one. Now it's just 2 players left here.
This shouldn't be happening right now if you're Fish123. How on earth have you left yourself in this situation? Bomb being planted for mid. Once again, Reason safe plant there. They have control of connector. It seems like Imperial get control of connector so easily, but still, 2 versus 4, still very winnable. On Keita, the problem is they have no utility, but Sliggy on the flank finds Reason. Studley now is possibly a winnable round.
Yeah, Keita here, just on site. He's dancing around. Has he noticed anyone on Firebox? Yes, he has. That's Jacob taken down, and now it's just Connor and Windansky. Connor has that scout to play with, just a pistol for Windansky. Connor does find Sliggy as well. Can Keita survive this? He knows that Windansky's here in connector, but Connor's going to be the man on short with the impact frag coming through, and it's 3 HP, and Keita's going to have to back off. And somehow Imperial have taken this round. Perhaps that tactical pause has worked in their favour, because with just pistols to work with, they were able to take down a relatively strong buy since Fish123.
Actually, is Keita going to be able to save this? Reason did fall to the bomb, but still, right? You mentioned there the pause. How much of an effect did that pause have on that round when you think about it and you think about how they won that round, right? I don't think you can discuss and be like, look, Reason, mate, I'm going to drop your deagle, and you're going to 1-deagle the guy's stairs. You're going to headshot the guy's CT so he has to play more passive and can't overface. You're going to do that, right? And I'm going to buy a smoke nade and distract them on mid while you do that, yeah? You can't discuss that, right? Is that round repeatable? I don't think so, and actually if Fish123 can win this and reset the money of Imperial, they're definitely going to be regretting that one. But still, slow default here from the side of Imperial. They're anticipating pistols right now, and actually maybe the force buy here from Fish123 could catch them off guard. A lot of teams on their CT side Mirage, they heavily favour the AWP. Fish123, it seems like the rifles is what's been so prevalent for them. They don't need to constantly full save. They can force buy, force the SMGs, and force the issue. Connor does full, 1-man advantage once again. Robin finds the opening for his team. And
this is what happened. It's been forced by after forced by. Sliggy gets a second onto Windansky, and now it's just 3 members of Imperial left. Is that going to kick them into action here, or are they just going to continue this slow play? They don't have the bomb to work with. Once again, it's being dropped. You can see there over towards that B site, but it's been force after force. No one's really gained any real control in this game so far.
Battle of the force buys, and if you're winning them, it's typically favouring the Ts because the money is going to be so low on the CT side, and it's showing in the scorelines. Both these teams are going back-to-back in terms of buys, but when you are the CTs, you do have to give up a bit more because you get reset so much harsher. The timing there is so unfortunate. Jacob now's wormed his way into jungle and could potentially find an opening for his team on B. Oh no, there's 3 players towards A. The fact that they're 2-man down doesn't make a difference. Is he going to catch his player off guard? He is. 4 versus 3, and they're going to head towards A now because they think there's only 1 player there. The problem is they stacked A. Fish123 have 2 more players to hold off the attack on A.
Yeah, and Sliggy's just going to try and spray down through short, see if he can find anything in connector. It's not going to happen though. T-Sac, so much to do just in sandwich. Jacob finds another one on Keita as well, but in comes Batham with a frag of his own.
10 seconds.
And now just 10 seconds remaining. They need to get this bomb down. It's going to be tough. Reason's got to try it, but Batham's going to come through and take him down. But Jacob is able to take him, and T-Sac comes through. Bomb's not going to go down. It seemed like it was a real opportunity. Jacob's not even going to survive with his life.
He has no money. Look, $300. There is a smoke down triple boxes. You have control of connect. You just ran through it. The one round, right? They actually should plant for mid. They haven't done it. Reason, he's got cold feet. He thought a player was close from under balcony maybe. He thought he was going to get killed through the smoke. He wants to play safe, but playing safe actually comes back to bite them. 5-6, and the reset comes in, and already another first entry frag for Robin. The Swedish star pulls through again. And player, Batham could catch Windansky off guard here.
Yeah, he finds Connor. He's going to find Reason as well. No, he's not. Reason gets the trade, but perhaps the damage already been done by Batham here. And it was another force coming out from Imperial. It was even an AWP that they got to work with. It's an AWP and an AK. He's probably going to communicate with his teammates, really. He's a little bit worried someone's going to get aggressive up mid. I'd like to see one of these Imperial players push up and grab that AWP, to be honest.
Yep. If one of the players can get the AWP and try and find peaks somewhere towards the map. The problem is, right now, for the CT side, they have some control of mid. You can see how scared that player is when Dansky, the Tech 9. He doesn't want to peek towards a long angle where Robin could find him in the AWP.
Ugh.
And now when they go towards B, okay, a mistake right now for the CTs would be Sliggy to jump peek, but he's okay, he did, as I say that. He shouldn't be doing that. You're 2-man advantage. Yes, you want information, but you know they have an AWP. Don't give them the chance. And this smoke will be so important. 50 seconds, smoke goes down. That minus is 15 seconds, and actually Boaster goes straight through it.
Crazy plays coming out from Boaster. Heater's going to be taken down as well by Reason, so now they make this a 2v2. Robin is going to be flanking round from behind, but the bomb's going to go down. His teammate, T-Sac's going to come through kitchen. So how are Imperial going to set up here? Are their after plans going to be good enough to take this round and go 7-5 up? It would be huge if they do so, and once again it will be a force winning against, well, a close to a full buy, and Boaster has so much on him. Can he find Robin? Yes, he can! Great frag coming in, and you can see now jumping through. Out of kitchen comes T-Sac, but he gets shut down by Boaster. And this is a game full of champions, as everyone seems to be stepping up at just the right moment.
That is your I-56 champion. Boaster won it with Sex, still winning today. Well, potentially lost the first one, who knows?
He won it with what?
CEX.
Oh, okay. I'm just double checking. I didn't know what
this
he won
is PG-13, not checking.
Yeah.
Anyway, 7-5, 2 rounds of lead for Imperial. They have reset the money on Fish123, and surprise, surprise, they've forced again. CZs and D-Eagles don't quite net them the first frag. For once, the T's have it.
Both of them now. He's going to find it with the deagle. Yes, he can. Takes down Jacob. Going to get an AWP as a reward, but the rest of Imperial are going to storm onto this A site. Are they going to put the bomb down? Windansky finds Batham as well, so he's not going to do any damage. And perhaps, finally, we might see some control coming out of Imperial. But just as I say that, Robin finds a frag. Can Connor take him down? Needs to. Yes, he does. And now it's just Sliggy coming through connector. He's going to get caught from behind as well from Reason. That's going to be the 8 for Imperial. Such important round for them that they were able to continue the momentum coming from that force by previous.
So, why are Fish123 forced there? Typically, when you get reset, you go for a double eco, and then you force, and then you full buy on the third. The fact that you're 12 rounds in, you've got 3 left, you force this round, you save the next, you're going to have a full buy leading to the final round. So actually the fact that it's already the 12th round and leading to the end of the first half does mean they're pressured to go for the force buy, so they have a good buy on the final one.
Yep, and you can see aggression coming out from T-Sac. Can't quite take down Windansky here, and Windansky's just going to wait. He's more than happy to take that fight. He says, "You've only got a USP, bro. Just come at me." And now they will push onto the A site as Windansky eventually takes down Batham, leaving just T-Sac and Robin left. Robin finds one. He's going to get the gun. No, he's not. Jacob takes him down, and this should just be a formality now.
Yes, indeed. 9-5 on the cards right now for Imperial. Going into the final round, Fish123, they need to somehow, some way, find that 6th round. If it goes 9-6, they lost the first pistol. Can they come back, fight back, and get the second pistol of the second half? And try and make it 9-9 if they win that. The problem is, it's a lot of ifs, right? They need to win the next round, they need to win that pistol. But still, Connor pushing in. There's no reason for him to push anyway. At the end of the day, all he's going to get is $300. And if he dies to T-Sac here, he's going to give up an AK, and that's, you know, $4,000 worth of investment. But the boy, you want kills, you want to look good.
To be fair, I remember back in week 1, Fish were, I think, 12 rounds down on Mirage, and they were able to pull it back and come back. Yeah, it was unreal. So you can never count out this Fish123 side, and they've got players that can do that. They're phenomenal players, and they just need to play right on the day.
Boaster's 18-5. The reason Imperial are winning this game right now is simply on the back of Boaster, who's carrying them hard here with the individual plays. You know, playing as a team, they're not really showing too much cohesion. The problem is, Boaster's basically just dominating Fish123 here, winning these clutches, making the big plays in the 2v2s and the 2v3s. He's equalizing the numbers, he's making the big mid-round and late-round plays. And basically doing a very, very fine job for Imperial.
And I wonder if that's going to transfer over to their CT side, though. I remember last week when we saw Imperial on Nuke, Connor played absolutely out of his mind on T side, but as soon as he moved over to CT, he really struggled. And then the next map, he had lost that momentum completely. So that's what I want to see from Imperial. I want to see them take this momentum and put it into their CT side as well. Yep,
can he get a strong start into the second half and keep it going? It's very hard to have a good first good half play bad for the first early rounds of the second half and then try and get back mentally into it. But still, Robin holding left side window, very common place to play when you haven't got AWP. The reason being is you can hold connector, jiggle peek connector for formation, and then wide swing when a team flash comes in and try and catch some players off guard. T-Sec though towards connector, going to shoot Reason in the back. Can he get traded though? Yes, he will. Jacob finds that kill, 4 vs 4. And Spot, wow! What are you doing, Batham?
Batham.
They have control of mid and you're playing there.
Oh dear. Sometimes it's when you find yourself in that position and you know you can't really move anyway, so he was just trying to hold it out.
But
perhaps.
the T's had control of mid.
Maybe he thought he was protected by the smoke, but unfortunately the smoke disappeared. There's now Robin in connector. Needs to do a lot. Does find Boaster coming out of Palace as well. Throws a grenade towards jungle, seeing if he can find anything. Has a lot of utility to work with, but now it has all depleted. So Imperial with such a good opportunity here as Jacob takes down Keita as well. Can Sliggy dance onto the site
15
and
seconds.
find anyone? Yeah, just 15 seconds left. And he's going to be through the fire and flames. Sliggy doesn't get the spray down. Could have been huge if he did. It could have been a round-winning kill, perhaps. But instead, now he has to take on a 1 vs 3. And it is going to be a 10th round for Imperial. And, well, look at that from Boaster. 18-6. Incredible first half. Very back and forth.
Very, very strong individual plays from Imperial. Can they carry that forward onto their CT side? It's a very, very big if. Then again, to counter that, we saw very big plays from players like Keita, players like Robin finding the first frag for his team, finding the openings, and then Keita having those massive multiple spray downs. So right now, it's individual players, and Imperial are definitely winning that with having Boaster, because he is boasting a big lead right now.
And one thing about Fish, why I'm always excited to see them on T side is, with some teams, you have your entry fragger, right? And if he dies early on, you see teams just fall apart and they don't know what to do. Fish123, in my opinion, are a team full of entry fraggers. Like, anyone on that side can play entry.
I think it's trust. I don't think they're entry fraggers. I mean, Sliggy's an AWPer. Keita prefers the AWP. T-Sac's more of that second of the pack, second going in. Bathan's probably going to be an entry fragger. Then again, it's just trust, right? These players have so much trust. They know exactly where they play or how each other play. And it definitely shows on the T sides, but talk about them being on the T side as well. We saw how they had to juggle up the way they played their CT side just because they have a different fifth, right? Bathan's playing today. He can't play B, he plays A, and that changes everything. Robin's now playing mid instead of Sliggy or Keita. I don't think that T side's going to be as jumbled up and as uncomfortable for them on their T side. I think it's going to be a lot more natural, and if they win the pistol, they can definitely get the momentum rolling, break the economy multiple times for Imperial. And who knows, we could be getting a repeat of the Overpass T-half. And I think Overpass T-half is far, far harder to play than a Mirage T-half.
Yeah, I think the big question that we've got to ask ourselves now is, can Imperial carry that through to CT realistically? I mean, they're on fire. It seems like they're hitting their shots now.
Strong start,
you'd like to think so, but it's all going to come down to that pistol once again. And how many times, we always say it, it's always that second pistol that can really make the difference.
Then again, if you win both pistols in the best of one, you're expected to win that anyway. So typically you do see it go 50-50, one pistol, one half. So one pistol, one team, one pistol, the other, because pistols are quite hard to predict, right? There's so much chaos in the pistol rounds. The lack of utility means it's more dry peaks, a lot more skill-based, and you put skill in the favor of potentially Imperial. You're looking at Boaster, you're looking at Connor, you're looking at Reason. Very good headshotters, but Boaster's been showing some very good clutch plays as well, so it's not all just aim. Yeah. I think Connor's more like the aim star play. I mean, you see the way he aims is all very flicky, not very good at spraying, but very good at landing those flick headshots. And on the pistol round, we saw he got the multiple kills on the Glock pistol round. He was playing close connector, close jungle. Can they repeat that on the CT side? And it's actually going to be interesting to see how they play their CT pistol as well. Are they going to play a default 2-1-2 because they have the lead? Or are they going to try and change things up and try and catch Sliggy and co off guard?
Well, whilst we are waiting for this second half to get underway, why don't you guys head on over to the Omen website and use the code OmenESL. It's ESL.pm/Omen offer. You can get yourself 10% off whatever you put in the basket. I think it's up to about $3.5 grand or something crazy, so you can get a lot off that 10%. It can really count. And obviously there's some fantastic PCs over there as well, so make sure you head on over there, use that code, get your 10%. And we also have a giveaway as well. So not only can you do that, you can also win yourself a PC, a brand spanking new PC. It has a 1070 NVIDIA 8GB graphics card. Absolutely incredible stuff. Top of the range PC. Just head over to ESL.pm/Omen giveaway to grab one of those. And all the details will be on that website. So I think you can enter with tweeting, with Facebook, and all of that jazz. I think there's... I almost said something very difficult there.
PG-13.
Yeah,
PG-13,
I almost said
PG-13.
something, but not quite there. There are 8 different options, so tweeting, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, all of that jazz. Let's get back into the game. I think we're almost ready to get into the second. Almost, But we spoke about Imperial and how their CT side is going to be extremely important. But now, Fish, what are we expecting on their T side? Because I spoke about everyone could entry and stuff like that. Do we think we'll just be going for those standard executes, or are they going to go for that mid control as well?
It depends, right? You need to play loose and give opportunities for your star player, right? You want Robin to have freedom to do what he wants, to work his magic, to work that Swedish magic, try and find openings. I mean, he typically plays towards like A ramp, A palace. He's that solid. What's the word I'm looking for here? You got your play. Okay, on your default, 1A, 1B, 3 mid. The player towards B, he plays very passive. Typically, you see pushes from the CT side towards B. For information, we saw Sliggy on his CT side pushing multiple times towards B, and somehow actually winning the duel, I believe, sometimes with the UMP. But still, a lot of the time, you push for information towards B, and that's why you play very passive as the T towards B. Complete opposite on the T side towards A. As the A player on the T side default, you're the one trying to find openings for your team. Playing towards ramp, you're going to be pushing and trying to find an entry towards triple boxes, jiggle peeking towards CT. Are they all peeking CT? If so, then you can flash over, counter that, play fast, burst aside. Try and get some information for your team. If not, you can go palace, peek towards jungle, peek towards, you know, sandwich, stairs, all these angles, and take one-on-one duels and try and win those for your team. And try and get an opening for your team. And if Robin's playing well and getting entries towards A, the T side from Fish123 is going to be very, very easy. But then again, they need to get into a state where they can have freedom and have the opportunities, multiple opportunities, and getting multiple opportunities means winning that pistol. Because if they lose it and it goes 13-5, then you've got one round. If you mess that up, it's all over. And
that's always such a difficult position to be in. Let's have a look at the league table then. Let's kind of consider what the implications are if Fish123 don't win this, and if it ends up being a draw. They're on 11 points at the moment. If they were to draw, they'd find themselves on 12. It would still be in their hands. If they beat FM next week, they would still qualify. However,
if FM win
tonight and then they drew with FM next week, that would see FM take the final spot over
by
them.
1 point, right?
By 1 point, yes. So that's what happened. That's why this is so important.
If you
for Fish to take down Imperial.
If you draw, it makes such a big difference, right? 1 point there, 1 point compared to 3, right? That doesn't sound like a lot, right? 2 difference. But when the league is, the first place is at like what, 14 or 11? Or the first place is 11. Suddenly 3 points compared to 1 is a big difference, right? 11, 11, 10, and then you've got like M point and Infused around 8 or 7 points. I don't think those guys can qualify for the finals unless some crazy shenanigans happen.
Yeah, I think it's slightly possible with endpoint. I don't know. It's a lot of maths that someone's going to have to do, and it's not going to be me, as we are going to now head into the second half. As we said, so big for Fish heading into this one.
So let's take a look here. So far, we're going to be seeing 3 players towards A, and this is a good read here from Jacob. The player towards Sandwich, he's not going to be anticipated here from the CT for the T side. And already a smoke kit as well on Connor, so they can go for the smoke defuse. Already a push-up Palace.
Yeah, flashes and grenades come through, but Windansky gets the opening. Reason gets a second as well, and the taps are just coming through from Imperial. Windansky gets a third. Reason finds the final one, and perhaps that might be good night for Fish. This is certainly going to be a difficult one for them coming back from that pistol round, but it's, as you said earlier, it's one of those rounds, the pistol round, where just a little bit of utility can make a huge difference.
If a flash comes out and those players are blind, it makes a big difference. The problem was the fact he was sandwiched in his head, he's not actually full blind. So he peeks out, gets 1 kill, they all start panicking, they're looking everywhere, and at that point the player under balcony finds multiple kills, the player CT finds multiple kills, everyone has kills. It's a field day for the CT side. But still, Imperial win the pistol. They cannot let this one slip. If they let this one slip, it becomes 6-11. The money is reset instantly for Imperial. At that point, it becomes very, very dangerous waters, because very quickly, Fish123 can be creeping back 6-11, 7-11, break the money, then boom, it's instantly 9-11, and from there, it's very, very close. Imperial, they need this round.
Yeah, the first half was very back and forth, and I wonder if it's going to be the same with the 4 spies coming through. Boaster actually gets the opening onto Robin, though, so no crazy shenanigans happening just yet. TSAT's going to try and poke out through Palace, but Connor's going to be there, just sitting on pipes, can't find the frag. Sliggy comes through with a deagle, is trying to tap away at Windansky as well. He knows that he's on CT. If Windansky even pops out, he might just be greeted by a bullet between the eyes, as Reason now on stairs is going to see if he can push onto the site. You can see now Imperial, they've all rotated round, but Kita's come through. He's found one of his own. Windansky gets one, though. It is 3v3. Jacob gets taken down by Batham. Huge kill for him, as now it's all on Windansky and Boaster. Are they going to push back? No, they're not. Batham gets taken down, and that man in Palace is still just such a nuisance. They need to take him down as Kita tries to push on the site, and he manages to fight the frag onto Windansky somehow. Boaster, though, with the backstab here.
Almost across.
He gets one. He finds Kita. This is a big, big moment for Fish123. TSAC can bring them back into the game, or Boaster, well, he has a chance possibly to win the game. This will be so important. They need to push on from this, as the bomb is going to go down. He will hear that. He's going to push onto the site here. He does have a UMP to work with. Can he survive is the real question. As Boaster just dropping out, and T-Sac finds it as well.
Headshot.
Huge, huge kill for Fish123. Perhaps that can be the momentum swing that they needed.
I was about to say, how many clutches can Boaster win in one night? Then again, in the 1v1, T-Sac pulls it through. I mentioned before, right, for Imperial, when they were going for their force buy, play towards connector, go for fast mid, get into connector, and you can see how close range those jaws are. Ketas towards stairs, that's easy for a PT50. And again, that player that rotates in from B, he's going through that tiny little gap through the vent, and he's in jungle, very close range for the pistols to work their magic. And instantly, we're seeing Fish123 on 6 rounds, Imperial on 11. And the buy, can we take a look at the money real quick, if that's okay, Observer? Okay, so it's a quasi-buy, but still, they're going to be full eco into the next round. So it's looking like we're going to be seeing 8, or sorry, maybe even 9-11 here.
Yep, they are going to burst out middle and find Reason. So now they've got the man advantage as well. Just a couple of deagles to work with from Imperial. Is it going to be the same as the first half? Is it going to be the 4 spies winning the rounds? It's going to be very difficult for Imperial now as Fish are just taking their time. They're hoping that Imperial are going to continue to get aggressive and push out as the Molotov should force out Boaster here. He does smoke off and jump through. He survives with his life and now he can back off onto the site. Maybe he's got some information here as well as Fish are just... They're still biding their time. They're not going to go and take any risks just yet.
Yeah, you can see there Boaster holding his nerve. Molly comes in, he doesn't panic and instantly throw the smoke onto the Molly. He smokes in front of him to grant him safe passage towards B-Apps and stays alive. That's a very smart play. A lot of players, they would have panicked and just, try to extinguish the fire instead of, paving a way for them to get out safely. Robin, though, finds an entry onto the A-bomb site already. 2 of the remaining players have no armor as well. So the chance of winning this is so low.
Windansky gets the kill though. Can he find a second? Finds an AK for himself. He's got to be careful from T-Sac on stairs. And it's just Jacob and Boaster, and they're so weak that this should definitely not be possible. Jacob is probably just going to run away and try and survive with this AK. Can Boaster find a weapon as well? It'd be great if he could, but it looks like he's just stuck over here on B site and he's just going to save the 5-7.
Save the 5-7 armor, full eco into the next round, and actually Jacob could drop the AK to Boaster because he has armor. So you can actually make a play of that. If Boaster pushes towards B or pushes towards mid, if he saved it, which he hasn't.
No,
but still, let's just think, right? If he did save that, what could he do with it? There's so many options. If you're watching at home and this situation comes to you, you have one saved gun, and it's how do you use it, okay? There's so many ways, okay? So, do you push mid and try and make it a 4 versus 5 instantly? Do you push B and try and make it a 4 versus 5 and get information? If you've got the kill B and you have control of B, instantly the rest of your team can rotate A and stack A, and you've got a very, very high chance of winning the round with a stacked A bomb site and a man advantage. Or do you play passive and try and have a miracle clutch? We've seen Boaster do many, many times before.
Yeah, those situations are always so tough. Like, there's so much...
It's usually an AWP saved. You're like, well, what do I do now?
There's so much on your shoulders, and your team are always expecting so much as well, but... unfortunately for Imperial, they weren't able to take that AK through. Boaster will have a UMP though. It's going to be a little bit of a buy for them as he... Now Robin, somehow, he's already found his way onto B site. And Jacob is just going to suddenly notice them. He's going to call that out. And Robin should be able to find this frag. He's down to 13 HP now as Robin is just going to come through, find Jacob. And now they can push onto this B site. They need to grab the bomb though. And look at these players coming around from T-spawn. If they can catch Sliggy off guard here and take this bomb down, then it could be huge. But no, he's going to be able to escape with his life onto short. They should be able to get onto the site. And this should be easy peasy. But somehow, Windansky gets the frag through smoke. And now here comes the cavalry onto short. And they're going to have to try and retake this one.
This could be a field day for Kita. Oh, sorry, Batham. Oh, easy. Spray transfer as well for the headshot. Easy pickings there for him. Reason now in the 1 versus 4. Trying to get an exit frag here. Trying to take one more gun. Try and dent the Fish123 economy as much as possible. But unfortunately for him, he does full. So, 8-11. I mentioned that Fish123, they can get back into this very, very fast. If they lose this, 9-11, right? It's 9-11, but the problem is Imperial are reset. They're going to have to buy or double eco, and at that point, we could be seeing 10-11, possibly 11-11 based on this one round. This is the round that Imperial cannot lose. If they lose this, Fish123, the ball's in their court.
Double AWP setup now coming
through.
I didn't even see Imperial. That. I mean, how important is that to be able to afford both of them? As Boaster actually finds Robin jumping out willy-nilly into middle, and now Imperial have the advantage here, and they've got 2 AWPs to work with as well, so this should be a great position for them.
Yep, I mentioned Jacob likes to rotate his AWP based off of the information he's fed. And he steps towards B, and he is in kitchen. He can't afford to whiff this, and he does! Missed shot there. This could be the end for Imperial's side if Fish123 take this, but Boaster again finds a second for himself in the round, trying to get a third, but T-Sac trades him. Jacob needs to find a kill ASAP, but the bomb is bench.
Bomb is bench, it's so much on him as Reason now bursts out and tags that player down to just 3 HP. This is so difficult for Fish. Bomb goes down, makes things even more tough. as T-Sack on short is going to take the battle with Connor, but he's so low on HP that Connor is going to be able to finish him off through the box. And that's going to be the 12th round for Imperial.
I didn't have time to talk about the double up setup. I didn't actually see it.
Yep.
Typically, when you're seeing top level play or, cohesive play, you're going to send one AWP towards B short or one AWP towards B apps and another AWP towards mid. You always want to have the AWP mid, long range duels. You can hold short, you can hold right side box. Just very, very easy pickings there for the AWP. But still, with the double AWP setup, it's very expensive to run. But when I played versus Imperial, very recently, when Dansky was AWPing triple boxes very, very, very commonly, and he did last round. But this round, he's playing towards mid. And let's see if this change in setup will change things around. But still, Jacob, where is Jacob situated right now? 6, he's towards B short, so yeah. B short or B apps, the second AWP usually tends to be. But this time, no AWP towards triple. Let's see. Connor though with an AWP. It seems like an AWP there. An instant headshot onto Robin. Let's see if Imperial can hold off this T attack.
Yeah, smoke comes through from Fish so they can burst onto the site so they don't have to worry about the fire. You can see a man just there on triple, just holding, as you said. That is such a good place to hold. But T-Sack manages to find one with the flames of his own, as Reason now, as I said, on triple here. Can get eyes on both connector, but he's just being sprayed down through the box. He's somehow still alive, eventually gets taken down by the fire. And now, so much resting on these double AWPs, it's so difficult to retake with AWPs, but obviously you do have a little bit of an advantage as he whiffs. He needs to hit those shots. That could have been huge. That could have been the way back into the round, but Boaster comes from behind, finds the frag. He's going to get possibly pick up the AK here, and now it's a 2v2 situation, and they just need to work together here.
Yep.
If they can work together right, this could be huge.
Problem is, though, they have no kit. So the 10-second defuse could be the problem for them here. No player towards under balcony. He's not smoking off the bomb. That's because he has no kit. Keita behind. Jacob shoots. Actually doesn't quite get the kill. Jacob swaps out the AWP for a rifle. Plays on low HP.
Keita now so low. Does burst out. Jacob finds him. Sliggy's now going to burst out of Palace.
10 seconds.
And Boaster has to release. Has he still got time?
No.
He doesn't. This is...
Does he?
Does he? This is going to be like milliseconds if he does. No, I was going to say.
Why haven't you saved? There's a 10-second timer that goes off in your ear. You know if you're going to get the bomb. Just save the AK into the next round. I mean, could be a bit of tilt. I don't know. But still, 9-12. Money is reset here for Imperial. They won the previous one when the T's went towards B. And this time the question is, do you force? Do you have the what? Let's take a look at the money. 4. Okay, 3 rifles, a UMP and 1 player. No, they're going to go for the save. They want potentially double AWP. Okay, do they go for the double AWP setup? Do they think in their heads that's what's winning them rounds? Or do they just want more utility?
I need to turn up the game audio in my headset slightly because I couldn't even hear that bomb ticking away.
I'm too loud, mate. Sorry.
And
oh my god, 5 players in mid.
All that rush coming through from Fish123 as Jacob gets shut down. The Deagles, can they do anything with them though? Connor, Windansky, Reason all have one of their own, but Fish123 just biding their time yet again as they edge closer towards that B site. But Boaster, look at this. He's boasting his way. Oh, can he find anything? He might be able to catch Sliggy off guard here, but he's going to be sandwiched. What is the chances of the timing on that?
Gets sandwiched. Still the Reason of 4 HP with Dansky as well. Just a Deagle, no armor. It's likely going to be the 10-12 for Imperial, but the thing is, the money is strong. They can buy into the next one. They made the smart decision to not go for that, full force buy in this round, go for the 3 rifles. They know they've got rounds to play with. They're in the lead. Don't take risks when you're in the lead. There's no need for them to try and get back into the game because they're already ahead. So, 10-12, 2 rounds in the lead still for Imperial. The 4 buys come in. Do they go for the double AWP setup? They have the money. They did have the money too, but actually that player goes for... Windansky goes for an M4 and full armor, and actually Reason as well. No AWP, but they're going to play aggressive for the CT side for information. We could be seeing mid-control finally from the CTs. Problem is, the fact that Connor has a UMP means he might have to push towards Palace or ramp.
Once again, just that 1 kit to work with for Reason, though. Is that going to be something that's really going to make a difference come the end of this round? As utility to work with, they have chose utility over the AWPs, but Robin gets the opening one. Thankfully, Connor comes in with the trade, but Keita's there to get one of his own. And now, suddenly, Imperial find themselves with just 3 members. Just the sheer aggression from Fish has been too much. Reason does tag down Sliggy, who came out of Palace there. They've got slight control of this A site. T-Sack finds one of his own onto Boaster as well. As unfortunate for Boaster, as soon as he turns away, he walks into the bullet. Reason's going to get shut down as well, leaving just Jacob on his lonesome at CT. It's definitely doable, but it's going to be difficult. Can't even find Batham, though, as Fish now find that 11th round. It was Imperial's buy, and they're edging their way back into this game.
CT aggression, right? Right idea, bad execution. You went for the CT aggression towards ramp. Fair play, you've got to make a move when you haven't got the AWP. They don't want to play the mid-round. It's so scary to not have an AWP towards ticket to hold connector, or to not play towards kitchen, hold B-apps, all those sorts of shenanigans, right? Instead, they go for the aggression. The problem is the player peeks without the smoke. He gets the first kill. He's traded instantly because the smoke doesn't bloom. And then the second player gets spammed through the smoke. So they go for a 2-for-1 trade. On your CT side, that simply isn't good enough. If you're going to play aggressive on the CT side, make sure you do it together and make sure you do it properly, because otherwise it's very, very easy for the T's to take advantage of that. Full eco here now. We're looking at 12-12 is on the cards. Unless some crazy Deagle players can come out here from the Deagle and unarmored CT side.
And at what point do Imperial start to worry as well?
They are now very worried. I can guarantee
you think they're
right
throwing
now.
This away?
The problem is, right, Fish123 on their CT side looked uncomfortable. On their T side, they look very comfortable. The roles fit in. On their CT side, they're not moving things about here and there. Players playing different positions, different halves of the map as well. You've got to think, you know, if you're Sliggy, or I think Sliggy usually plays towards stairs or AWP's mid. If you're the AWP mid and suddenly you're playing the B apps role, that's a massive difference.
Yeah.
And suddenly, you know, you're finally comfortable, you're in the positions you want to be, and the structure makes sense.
It's been so difficult for Imperial to answer the aggression coming out from Fish123. Windansky tries to find a consolation kill, can't find it though. T-Sack picks up the final one. Adds a few bullets into the body as well, just to let him know that
this is it.
Who's boss? And yeah, this is the big round coming through, and it is going to be an AWP buy coming through from Jacob. Is it going to be a double? No, it's not.
So, single AWP set up on the CT side. Will they play a more of a default passive style? I expect it, because what's been working for Imperial is play slow, allow Fish123 to execute. We saw what happened where Jacob, or even though he whiffed the shots towards Kitchen, he had Reason and Boaster playing towards B. Give up mid, or play passive with the AWP towards mid, and play off of the sites. That's what's been working for Imperial, even though they've only got 2 rounds. That's what worked. But still, setting up towards outside A. This is looking like an A setup, A execute from the T side, trying to isolate those players towards the A bomb site. Smoke off stairs, smoke off jungle, and smoke off CT. And have a 5 versus 2 as you run and gun into the A bomb site. Play for trades.
Yeah, and they're not going to be walking into the AWP because Jacob's over on short, as they are going to now burst onto the site. Connor's going to manage to find one, can't find the second, but fortunately, Windansky's there as Batham comes in, gets one now. It's 3 versus 3. Reason smoked off, has to back off into jungle.
Flash.
He does have teammates rotating around. You can see now Jacob is there on short as well, seeing if he can find a frag. Is Boaster going to push through the smoke to try and get the bomb? He's not. He's going to wait instead. This is huge now. He's going to be able to find one. He's going to catch Robin off guard, but can't quite get it. Eventually finds him through the box. Absolutely massive. Just 2 players left. It's not going to reach him. He should be able to survive here and just wait. Can Imperial successfully retake this one? Or are Fish going to be able to take their 13th round?
2 versus 3. Kit on Reason, so there's definitely a chance here, but no smoke. And look at the after-plant positions here. The molly, you're chucking it into a smoke. Imperial Boaster does take down Keita. It's going to be Batham now in the 1 versus 2. Bomb is not being diffused. Oh, it was, so I didn't hear it. That's my bad. Caster's curse there, but still. Imperial, they find the round they needed to get.
Crazy stuff. Absolutely back and forth this game. It's really hard to call as well, because as soon as you think that one of these teams is moving and edging towards victory, the other team finally steps up.
One of the things Boaster did there was the smoke towards CT. This is a play you can do which is really, really effective, is you actually go right side behind Ticket Booth, and the T's, they don't anticipate it. So when you peek out, they have to flick to you instead of holding the angle. Reason trying to get very, very aggressive, trying to find the first frag, and simply, I don't know if you really need to be doing that. Just because, actually, they have no AWP, so fair play. They're trying to get aggressive, they're trying to get information, they're trying to hold the T's off and try and get the entry and the mana marches in their favor. So, you know, looking at the play, it looks a bit risky and a bit questionable. When you actually look at the buy and what they have, fair enough. Well, still, it's going to be a slow default here from Fish123. They know the money and the utility is going to be low on the side of Imperial. They're going to play slow. Allows Liggy to have time with his AWP, trying to work a pick, and eventually head towards A. And you can do a contact play from ramp with the AWP, and it's very, very effective because they're not going to be anticipating an AWP on the side of Imperial.
You can see they're all slowly moving now towards A. Going to go for an execute yet again. We saw great defenses coming out from Windansky and Connor on this A site. If they can do more of the same, then perhaps Imperial can start to move towards a map victory and draw this series. So much resting on the shoulders of these 2 players, both Connor and Windansky. We've seen them throughout the season holding crosses together, and they've done a fantastic job, but can they do more of the same? As now, utility is going to come out, and you can see the Molotov coming through as well. The defensive play, Connor has to turn his back. It doesn't go down though, Reason finds it. Windansky gets one as well. It's a 4v3 situation, they're now pushing through. Robin gets taken down, so that's the bomb. And with Reason taking down Batham, it's just Sliggy on his own, and he gets absolutely eliminated. And that's a 14th for Imperial, and suddenly, we're asking questions about Fish. Have they run out of ideas? Perhaps they need to try something a little bit different.
The player under balcony should not have found that kill there. If he falls, instantly Windanski's alone, he no longer can reface freely, okay? If he's the only player on the site, he can't just jiggle peek and shoot players in the side of the head. His enemies, the T's, they're focusing on the player under balcony. Very easy kills for him. If that player under balcony dies, it's so hard for Windanski there to get multiple frags like he did. But still, 12-14, the buy is still strong on the Fish123 side. They have no AWP. This could mean a fast split here towards B. You can see two players going towards B. Perhaps they could also go under pass and take control of connector, but still. Anticipating here a B split. You have the smokes and the utility to smoke off connector, smoke off window, and play fast. When you ever go on AWP, you generally want to flash angles, smoke off checkpoints or choke points, sorry. And make sure you don't get AWP yourself. Thankfully for the T side, there are no AWPs. This is the Karrigan smoke that smokes off the top of connector. This will completely diminish the vision, and it's all about the information that the CTs have. Look, this player, he's already jungled. That's meant to be the player towards kitchen.
Yeah, you can see they're pushing onto B site now. Boaster is going to smoke off, try and defend himself. He's going to back off towards bench. Great angle he's taking as well into Waps. Manages to find the opening frag onto Batham. He's going to try and find a second through the smoke, but Keita and Robin come in with frags of their own. And now you can see Reason just in kitchen here, really struggling to find anything. As you said, too late with that rotation, and all the utility's been thrown at him. You can see two players really struggling, and over on Windanski, he's still on the A site. He's not having any of this.
They can save this though, right? They've got 2 rounds in the lead. They have money. If they save this, they'll still be able to buy into the next one. The thing is, though, Fish123, their money is low. Every single kill they get here means potentially a UMP, a Galil on the side of one of these players that does fall. But then again, Imperial playing it nice and safe. But yeah, I mentioned that the rotation as the window player, the reason the B split is so effective is because that player connector, if he's not on the ball and if he's not in the what's the word I'm looking for here? Attentive and very, very thoughtful of his rotations. If he's 5 seconds late to kitchen, that allows the short push for those players pushing up short to get onto the site and swarm that B-bomb site.
And I spoke about this before the game. On Mirage, Fish, they tried A site twice. They tried the execute.
Yep.
But instead of getting frustrated, they just switched it up. They've got a little bit more in their playbook, which is surprising considering they are a mix, that they have that, well.
It's the players. You mean, Coach Rixel, arguably the best UK team right now. Won Epic LAN yesterday, fair play to him, I judged that as well. ECS, Observer along with Keita. These guys watch pro matches for days. They're going to have answers. They're going to have solutions to the questions that are brought up if they're playing bad. And now Connor smokes off the Molotov towards connector and actually could find the kill here. Robin, though, sprays him down to only 50 HP.
Yeah, it could have been huge for Connor if he was able to find that one. Luckily, he escapes with his life. It could have gone very sour for him indeed. 2 pistols on the side of Imperial, Jacob and Boaster. So a lot of pressure on the boys with those M4s. I wonder if, well, Fish should be well aware of the money situation for Imperial as well. So they're going to bide their time, just wait for any sort of aggression. You can see there, Windanski is going to be the first one to push in, but the spray down comes through. Unfortunately, he couldn't find both of them. As now Robin is trying to contest himself, but Jacob comes through with that pistol, makes it a 4v3. T-Sac comes in, finds one. Can he find a second? Yes, he can. Great spray down, but Connor comes in, gets the trade. It's a 2-on-2, but these players are quite weak.
I'm not too sure what's going on, to be honest with you, Dan. Connor going towards underpass. He's going for that fast rotation. Actually, I like that rotate. He doesn't go towards kitchen. He goes towards underpass to try and catch him in the back if they're going apps. Unfortunately, the problem is that the read is poor here from Imperial. They're instead going towards A. Look at the nades as well on Keita and player. They can smoke the bomb off. They can smoke jungle off. They can flash CT, molly CT. They can do what they want. Either way, the bomb is being planted. And for the retake, it's going to be so hard because there's no utility on the CT side. No smoke, no flashes. You're dry peeking into the after plant of Fish123, and it's planted for CT, and you've got that player there, Keita in CT. A very, very hard round here for Imperial to win.
This is going to be so tough for them. As you said, there's just so much utility to work with. They can even Molotov the bomb late towards the round as well. It's just going to be almost impossible for Imperial, but if you want anyone to do it, it's this man Connor. He had such impactful frags last week. Can he do more of the same? They're both getting aggressive. They know time is against them. Are they going to peek together? Is Connor going to get caught off guard by the man that was on Firebox? They're both peeking. The man is going to be Keita. And now so much on Batham. He jumped. He has been spotted. Connor needs to push. He needs to get aggressive. Can he find the spray down? Does he have time?
Yes.
Yes, he does. We'll get the defuse. And Imperial find themselves 1 round away from taking this map and making things slightly more difficult for Fish and making those finals here in the studios later on this map.
The problem with that 2 versus 2 there was both the players on the T side, they were playing for the round win. They weren't playing for information. Typically, you see one of those players probe in and out, jiggle peek angles, trying to suss out where the CTs are, so that gives the other player a much higher chance of winning the round. The problem is they crept up on Keita. He got double-faced, got traded. I mean, amazing he got 1 kill there. And then the problem is, in the one versus one, Connor manages to get the headshot spray, and already Robin has taken control of mid. He's already connected this could catch Connor off guard.
Yeah, Connor just on Ninja there, was spraying through, and Robin's just going to wait, see if he's going to go back to that position. Robin could actually, if he can find an impactful frag here and push onto the site, this could be absolutely huge, but he is just biding his time. He was very aggressive getting into connector, but he's also probably concerned about someone possibly being on short, as Boaster is having a little bit of aggression of his own, getting a little bit of information, and perhaps that will relay to the rest of his team, and they'll start to rotate towards this A site, knowing that no one is pushing through apps. Of course, they could be waiting in underpass, but perhaps he has that information as well. Hasn't heard any footsteps whatsoever, and Fish are setting up for an A execute here. The question is, how long are they going to wait before they bombard onto this site?
The longer the wait, the better CT positions the better positions Imperial are going to get themselves into. You can see already Reason here is the third man to rotate towards the A bomb site. But Robin, they did not anticipate in there towards jungle. Finds the first, Batham as well finds one. Sliggy, the IGL, the captain, takes the third. 5 versus 2 at the middle of nowhere, and Imperial, they have to save, they have to play for the 16-14, otherwise Fish123 are taking this to OT.
Credit to Robin as well for being able to get into connector.
It's that one player, that Nika, that finds the openings. And as soon as that player dies, you can see Feces hits the fan, right, for the CT side setup on that A bomb site. Panic ensues. They get shot from all angles. Batham, Sliggy, all finding angles. Rounds over.
I hate it when Feces hits the fan. It always frustrates me.
You know, it's PG-13, isn't it? I don't want to go 16 plus.
You're
do you know what I mean?
Right. And Jacob now, perhaps he's going to hit some of his own fan now, as it is going to be a 14th round for Fish. Can they take this one to overtime? I'm looking at the money of Imperial. This is going to be a tough round for them.
It is indeed. Actually, I was misreading that. I was looking at the money of the T sides. Wow. I bet they wish they had 6.5k on the CT side here. If we could take a look at the buy here. So, AWP on Connor. He needs to go absolutely gigantic into this round. And where is he? They're stacking towards B. They're going to push up short. They're going to boost a player on the short box, I imagine. But still, Connor playing towards connector. This is a very aggressive angle to have with the AWP, but it's also quite risky, okay? The reason it's aggressive and risky is because the Ts, they can peek from short, they can peek from lower connector. So Connor's going to hit a nice flick if a player peeks it from upper. And already you can see Robin going towards short. Is he going to time him?
Yeah, Connor now. Is he going to get caught off guard? He actually flicked and found the kneecap of Robin, but it's not going to be enough to be a fatal collision, as the information will be had now that AWP is going to be on A site. And Fish are going to have to slightly change their idea of where they'd like to push. As you said, it is more of a B stack. Are Fish going to play into the hands of Imperial here is the real question.
Yep, a bullet to the knee does mean Robin is still alive. Connor, though, did take one bullet damage, but he really cares. He's still at 74 HP. He can take 3 more bullets from an AK. He's fine. Still, though, Connor, he needs to rotate towards B. They need to understand what's going on, but you can see a heavy stack here from Imperial. They can do this. They can make it 16-14.
Such a big opportunity for them to win this game. The boost could be huge here for Windansky. How much trigger discipline is going to have? None at all, as Batham finds him, but here comes Connor with the AWP. He finds one on Takita. Can he find a second? Would be massive. Of course, Bomb hasn't gone down yet. Boaster now with a 5-7 is trying to dance around. Can he catch T-Sack off guard? No, he can't. T-Sack 360 spins, finds the headshot onto him, and Robin comes in from behind. We're going to overtime, baby.
Never much love when it goes OT. T-Sack there, the 360 one-tap to secure that one. 15-15. Imperial thinking, what on earth has just happened? How have we let that one slip? 10-5 up, you win pistol, it's 11-5. I told you, if they lose that force buy from the Ts, things could end very, very badly for them, and it did. 15-15, and right now, when it's all reset, is Imperial going to have another very, very strong half on the T side? Now that Fish123 know what they're up against? That's the question.
Well, talk me through overtime. I mean, what difference does it make for these teams going into overtime? Obviously, you get money to work with, and you start on that T side and CT side. How do you see this one panning out? Is the momentum with well and truly Fish123 here? The
problem is, Fish123, they're going to start on the T side, so Imperial, they've already seen 15 rounds of the T side of Fish123. Have they seen T rounds where Fish123 have so much economy? If they want to, they can run double AWP, they can have an AWP towards B, hold for the push that Boaster keeps doing. Boaster's always behind them because he keeps pushing. Do they try and answer that with an AWP towards B? Unlikely, because typically when you AWP towards B apps, you are looking for the jump peak, but still. Full money, full reset, mentally reset as well. The experience on the side of Fish123 means they're not going to be frustrated at all. They're going to be very happy with this. If you're Imperial, you're the ones that are frustrated. You let this slip from 11-5 up.
The question is, like, on that CT side, how do you deal with a player like Robin that is just worming his way through connector on T side? what can you even do about that? You can't watch every angle, and
Yep.
you saw how surprised they were on that A site as soon as they saw Robin. They were just, you saw them waving.
How is he here?
How is he here? I mean, is this just sheer experience coming out from Robin that is just overpowering?
It's not experience, it's just he plays his role so well, and he's so good in these mixes and these teams that aren't very structured because it gives him the freedom to do whatever he wants, right? On your T side, this is actually a way of thinking, okay? On the T side, you want success 60-40% of the time, okay? The reason being is, as the T side, if you reset the money on the CT side, the money is much harsher on the side of the CTs, right? So if you're winning 10% more, you're going to be breaking the money more on the CT side, higher chance of the double resets, okay? So when you play aggressively, a lot of the times in your head, you're thinking, is this going to work 65-70% of the time? Or is this just like a crazy 1 in a million chance type push? If you're pushing through a smoke, sometimes that happens, right? For Robin, he doesn't always succeed, okay? But when he succeeds, he's resetting the money of Imperial. He's making Imperial question their CT setup. You saw that corner start opening towards Connector, and Robin nearly caught him out as well there.
It's been a great match,
for sure.
To be honest. It's been very back and forth.
Yep.
I mean, as soon as we thought one team was going to lead, the other team just kind of straight back
into it. You mentioned
the
comeback from Fish123 on their T side.
Yeah, see, I know my stuff. And
I'm the play-by-play now, apparently.
are we going to be seeing a possible second overtime here? Third
I think
overtime?
Fish123...
Or do you think this is Fish123's game?
I still think Fish123 will clean this one out. I think they take it in OT simply because they're not going to be starstruck on their CT side like they were, okay? You're playing new positions straight away, off the bat. You lose pistol, instantly you're in a rot. They only got 5 rounds on the CT side. The problem is, they've played 15 rounds on CT already, where the players are in their new positions, they're a little bit more comfortable, and I think that's going to make a massive difference on their CT side. The question is, does Imperial still have answers on their T side in case things go wrong? You've only got 3 rounds.
And which team has more confidence? Because
Fish123, 100%.
It's 100%. Well, this is a chance now going into overtime to go for a ballsy play and try and surprise your opponent.
You say that,
or
but
do you take it completely
passive,
safe and risk?
A lot of the times when teams get OT, the first round they play very, very passive. They play more of a default style. They try and feel out how the other side wants to play their OT. Some teams like to play aggressive first round. Some players don't. Let's take a look. Already the default towards mid-reason there, failing the Kenny S jump towards short. Will take 20 damage there from the molly, but does smoke himself off. The problem is that the way he smoked himself off, it actually favours the T's because he can't see over that. He has no idea if they're up short already.
There's the opening frag from
towards B.
Sliggy. And now can he find another? He's going to be smoked off, so he's going to have to back off here.
He's shooting his AWP because he wants him to have attention on the B apps.
Robin gets one onto Reason as well, though, so now they'll continue this bombardment through to the B site. Can Boaster find anything? He's going to be charged from every angle, does find one onto Kita, but Sliggy comes in with his Tech 9, finds him as well, so it's just going to be 2 players now left for Imperial, and already they're behind here. I don't even know if they're going to go for a retake or not, because you look how far away Windansky is, and T-Sac is lurking around and trying to catch anyone off guard too.
I really anticipated more of a slow start from Fish123, but then again, what they've done is work wonders. They managed to find a gap in the defense. Is he going to go for the knife?
Oh, this is such a ballsy play if he goes for the knife. How long is he going to stand there? Ah, poor Windansky. Rest in pieces, my friend.
That's a tilter. That is
definitely a tilter.
No gun saved as well. No gun saved. So, if Fish123 win the next one, without any gun saved in the first round, you're going to be seeing 5-7s UMPs on the final round of your CT side. That's just simply not good enough. Fish123, they're going to play slow. They're going to bleed out whatever utility you have, and then once they attack a site, you've got a CZ and a UMP holding off Robin. It's not going to work.
Already a must-win for Imperial. The game has been back and forth already, so I cannot count Imperial out. They did get caught off guard there. Boaster has been boosted up, can't find anything. He's going to be tagged down to 8 HP. The bullets are still raining through. Eventually, he goes down. If he had survived with his life, he might have been able to do something impactful, but instead, he will be sent to his grave nice and early. And now Fish can just pick and choose as to where they want to go. And Sliggy has a great angle, but Windansky must have seen an elbow or a toe or something as he takes him down. It's 4-on-4 once again.
4-on-4 typically favours the T's. The problem is that Connor is so far pushed up here, playing an off angle as well. He's very much expected to get 1 kill. He'll actually see a shadow before the players come, so he's going to be anticipating his aim. Very easy shot here. Sees a shadow, easy kill.
Nice and easy, just using those positions to his advantage.
You know they're close!
It's just one of those positions where you think, oh yes, I should nade myself, I need to protect, but in the end it punished him, and Fish get the advantage yet again. That was a real chance for Imperial to get back in the round. Instead, they have to work against this 3-man Fish lineup that can pick and choose. They can decide, do we want to go A, do we want to go B? Because Imperial, they have to split themselves. They really have to commit to both sides.
And that's why it favours the Ts.
Yep.
That's why it favours them, because you have to split your defense. You have to go 1-1-1 typically, but instead Imperial, they're going 2 players in mid. They're going to take control of mid and play retake B. Will this fake here sell it?
There's a fake coming down. Windansky does have an open middle. Kita finds Jacob. Obviously, Reason got the opening. So now, can that AWP shot hit? If that connected, that would have been huge. They have got utility to work with. Bomb is going to go down now, so it is going to be the retake for Imperial. Windansky just trying to scout anything out with his AWP here on stairs. Is he going to find Kita, who's sitting on CT? Or is Kita going to be able to take a kill of his own as Reason? Now he's going to flash off, finds T-Sack. Now he can get aggressive, but he needs to wait for the support from Windansky. I think that's what's important. Is Kita going to be the one showing the aggression? No, he's just going to flash. He's going to try and delay. He's going to back off slowly, wait for that bomb to be tapped before he makes his move. Has got a flash to work with. They do have a kit, but Reason will take him down. He can turn around, and he'll get the defuse as Windansky lets off it.
So what could happen there was Reason has the kit, okay, so he has to be the one to stick it. And at that point, it's Windansky with the AWP, and he has to hit that one shot. If he whiffs it, he dies, the diffuser dies, round's over, if Fish123 win it. But still, Kita getting a bit apprehensive there, pulls the trigger too early, faces before the bomb is even tapped. That means he's getting double-faced by Imperial, and they make it 16-16. Such an important round win for them, because it means they're going to have money into this round as well. The final round, you see a FAMAS already. They won the round, and it's already a FAMAS on Connor, but they still have good utility and an AWP. And actually a gap in that smoke means this could be... Oh, I pulled the trigger too early, but still.
Imperial had their backs against that wall so many times throughout that round and still managed to come out on top. They just need to do more of the same. Crazy peek there from Boaster. That could have been very detrimental if he was caught off guard. Fortunately, he survives with his life, but I suppose it's 50-50. He was able to find a frag of his own. It would have been an incredible peek from him. As Robin now is going to be pushing down onto short. They've got the utility. He's splashed off, so he has to delay ever so slightly, but they are going to bombard their way onto this short now, and Boaster will be the first man that they're going to run into. Does have grenades to work with. Takes Robin down to 45 HP as well, so this could be easy pickings for Boaster if they do push into his M4. And he is being very cautious with his angles as well, in case anyone has boosted up here. He's got Jacob to work with, so he's going to go for a boost of his own. Is he going to find
He's going to see T-Sack here, maybe.
T-Sack obviously is there out there as Kita will get the angle. Fortunately, Boaster survives with his life, but they're going to walk into Jacob. Perhaps they didn't expect that. Robin manages to find one. Boaster goes down because Batham's come through apps, and now there's 4 players pushing onto this B-site. Bomb is going to go down as well. How quickly is Windansky going to get through here? As he has got a AWP. This could be extremely difficult for him. Does find one though, is still alive, looks for the second, whiffs it ever so slightly. Robin gets it, leaving it all on Connor, and he is just too far away, to be honest. This is going to be pretty much impossible if he's going to go for the retake.
Does find the first one, has a kit and a molly. He wishes he had a smoke right now, but still, molly's through. Anticipates the player there, but unfortunately for him, doesn't quite connect the headshot in the 1 versus 2 now. Low HP, the players are playing a crossfire. Corner walks right in between them. Easy pickings there. 17-16. Fish123 take 2 on their T side. Can Imperial repeat their first half's T side?
If Windansky had hit that second AWP shot, that could have been completely different. But I still think that Imperial will be happy with at least 1 round on their CT now. We're going on to their T side. They were a dominant force on their T side as well. That's something we've got to remember. So this is a big opportunity for them to get back into it.
Then again, right? Let's think about why Imperial were successful on their T side. You had Boaster making huge plays, winning multiple clutches. You had sloppy plays from Imperial, but that was basically being band-aided and plastered up by the fact that Boaster is insane in clutches, apparently. And Fish123 playing a brand new CT setup they've never played before, players playing different angles, different places than they used to, right? In this second half of the first OT, Fish123, they're going to be more comfortable, more used to where they're playing. The system's going to be better in play. Imperial, are they going to keep making their sloppy mistakes, the sloppy plays that could eventually mean they lose 2-0? And
another thing for Fish123, I mean, they really struggled because their economy was constantly bamboozled. They were back and forth, and there was constant force buys coming out. Different situation now for Fish. They've got plenty of money to work with. They can go for whatever setup they want. They can go for AWPs if they want AWPs. It looks like at the moment they're going for 4 rifles though, so perhaps it's just going to be 1 AWP.
Oh wow, it will be 5 rifles. So this could be a push towards B-apps. We saw Boaster doing that on their CT side. Could also be the control of ramp as well. We saw what happened where the CT smoked off the bottom portion of ramp, flashed over, got a free kill there. The problem was they didn't quite execute it well enough. But still.
Do you think that that's, well, is that a cautious buy? Is that them just saving in case they lose this round?
I think it's because what happened on their CT side, Robin was open mid and he wasn't, yes, he was getting entry kills, right? But he was getting entry kills when it was an AWP, at CZ, a FAMAS, a UMP, where he was forced to play aggressive and get those entries. They have full utility, full firepower, And actually, this fake hit towards B could suss out a rotation here from the mid side and leave. I believe that is Batham alone at that CT position on A.
Yeah, Sliggy here is going to be well aware of all of this utility coming through and how much are Imperial going to commit to this fake. Are they going to send people onto the site? I think if you are going to sell a fake, you do have to commit a lot nowadays. People are well aware that fakes do happen and they don't rotate as quickly as you would see in matchmaking, of course. As soon as you see utility come through, if you're a new player, you do rotate, but people are just sticking with their guns at the moment as Robin has moved his way through Kitchen. So that is just going to be two players on a site.
Here it is, they know.
They've left, they've sent the utility, but Robin's heading back.
Rotating underpass, this is the problem. T-Sac now holding towards Connector. He has a molly as well. There's 40 seconds, use your Molotov! Or just use your...
Use something.
That's a 180 there from Windansky. Robin in from behind, finds multiple kills, and there's a 2k for him. Can he get the third? Spraying back and forth. But still, it's going to be the push into the CT side for the T side. It's going to be Boaster falling, 4 versus 2. Robin is still alive, the Swedish star prevails. Reason here trying to sell somewhat of a fake, but the problem is the bomb is towards A alone, and isolated Jacob shall fall.
Yeah, he will fall, and Reason is going to have very little hope of doing anything here.
Yeah, match point.
They managed to slightly sell the fake, but because they didn't commit any players towards it, you just saw the rotate come back through from Robin.
The problem with sending 3 players towards B is you saw what happened, right? The rotation underpass, they have to walk it because Robin is going to be towards window or CT. He's going to hear them running underpass. Another problem is because you're going slow, because you want to be heard, the CTs, they know what's up, right? The player hears no steps B, Robin's rotated, he sees nothing, he's like, oh, well, it's a fake. Rotates in. By that time, he's already in jungle, and the players, the Ts, do not expect him to be there that fast. Double kill, round over. And already, going into the final round here, will be the 5 AKs here for the T side. This could be showing us a execute. Typically, when you execute it towards a bomb site, you don't want an AWP because the smokes and the flashes. An AWP isn't really what you want.
Perhaps this is going to be
going fast.
Game over. They are just going to burst onto the site, try and catch Fish123 off guard. Smokes now come through, and they found their way onto the site. Batham, can he find anyone coming out of Palace? No, he can't. Windansky gets the headshot, so they're onto the site. Can they get the bomb down as well? So important. T-Sac, there is a slight angle he can get through smoke here. Can he see anyone? No one's going to play ball just yet. No one's crossing the site. Eventually they do, but T-Sac's already had to turn away, so he's not going to find anything. Now Fish have to go for the retake. Boaster gets one onto Kita. Robin thankfully finds one, but Reason's there now. It's just 2 players to try and retake this one. This is going to be so difficult, especially if they're going to be hitting their shots like that. Imperial keep the game alive, and I've got to give credit to this Imperial lineup. We're looking at Fish123, who have never lost a Mirage game in the Premiership so far, and they are being taken to the wire.
I don't know if the schedule in my bladder can take a double OT right now.
You've caught me. You've broke me.
Like actually, the money's still good on Fish123. They don't need the AWP. They've got the 5 riflers who are very, very versatile players. Still, Imperial, they need one more to take this double OT. And if they do, then it's all reset and the questions are all asked again. Can Fish123 prevail and make it 19-17?
Yeah, they are going to make a move now, and Robin's going to jump onto the site in case anyone is going to be pushing onto the site. But actually, the utility comes through, but no quick play from Imperial this time, biding their time. As you can see now, Reason's actually making his way over to B, seeing if anyone is going to be going for some aggression from this Fish side to try and get some information, but nothing just yet. Still all quiet on the battlefield. Yep,
they want the CTs to push. That's why you have Reason here. He's expecting Fish123 to get aggressive. We saw Sliggy pushing B-Apps multiple times on his CT side in the first half, but unfortunately for Imperial, Sliggy and co will not be making the same mistake. They do not. They have nerves of steel here. They're not moving. They're not budging. They're keeping their default. Even the nades. I keep getting distracted by different problems, different issues that come up for Imperial. The nades are so low, but they're bursting in. Player now. Batham finds one. Can he get any more frags?
Yeah, Batham in such a prime position. Has found one. He looks for the second fight onto Connor. Goes to get the spray down onto Jacob as well. It's all on Windansky and Reason. Can they get this to a second overtime?
The timing.
T-Sac, so much importance on him. It's just all on Reason now on stairs. He's got it all to do. There's just 30 seconds left as well. Bomb is behind him. Needs to pick that up. And you can see now Fish123. They're going to rotate. They're going to go through jungle. Is he going to get caught off guard? Crossing here. Needs to be careful. T-Sac's going to be there. Sliggy's there and Connector as well. So they've set up well. Is Reason just going to play into it? Sliggy, he looks out. Can't find it. Reason turns around, but T-Sac comes through. Fish will take Mirage. They will take the series 2-0. They will continue their fine form in the Premiership up to 14 points. Now they beg the question onto FM. Can FM reply later on? But what a performance from Fish123. Looked like they were down and out, but now they take the win.
So many issues in